Hello, good morning. Michael here, looking today at Psalm 61, a psalm which may be subtitled, Lead Me to the Rock. And we're focusing on verse 3 to 5 for the exposition. Let's go ahead then and read the first 5 verses of Psalm 61. Verse 1. Hear my cry, O God, attend unto my prayer. Verse 2. For the end of the earth will I cry unto thee, when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Verse 3. For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. Verse 4. I will abide in thy presence forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Selah. And verse 5. For thou, O Lord, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. And so we look to the treasure of David for the exposition. It is written by Spurgeon. Verse 3 that reads, For thou hast been a shelter for me, and a strong tower from the enemy. Observe how this psalmist rings the changes on. Thou hast, and I will. Psalm 61, 3-6. Experience is the nurse of faith. From the past we gather arguments for present confidence. Many and many a time had the persecution of Saul and the perils of battle imperiled David's life, and only by miracle had he escaped. Yet was he still alive and unhurt. This he remembers, and he is full of hope. And a strong tower from the enemy, as in a fort impregnable. David had dwelt, because surrounded by omnipotence. Sweet is beyond expression to remember the loving kindness of the Lord in our former days, for he is unchangeable, and therefore will continue to guard us from all evil. Verse 4, that reads, I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Selah. And he exposits, I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. Let me once get back to thy courts, and nothing shall again expel me from them. Even now in my banishment, my heart is there, and ever will I continue to worship thee in spirit, wherever my lot may be cast. Perhaps by the word tabernacle is here meant the dwelling place of God, and if so, the sense is, I will dwell with the Lord, enjoying his sacred hospitality and sure protection. There would I find a settled rest, while others go and come, no more a stranger or a guest, but like a child at home. He who communes with God is always at home. The divine omnipresence surrounds such a one consciously. His faith sees all around him the palace of the King, in which he walks with exulting security and overflowing delight. Happy are the indoor servants who go not out from his presence. Hewers of wood and drawers of water in the tents of Jehovah are more to be envied than the princes who riot in the pavilions of kings. The best of all is that our residence with God is not for a limited period of time, but for ages, yea, for ages of ages, for time and for eternity. This is our highest and most heavenly privilege. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Often does our sweet singer use this figure. And far better is it to repeat one apt and instructive image than for the sake of novelty to ransack creation for poor, strained metaphors. The chicks beneath the hen, how safe, how comfortable, how happy. How warm the parent's bosom. How soft the cherishing feathers. Divine condescension allows us to appropriate the picture to ourselves and how blessedly instructive and consoling it is. Oh, for more trust! It cannot be too implicit. Such a covert invites us to the most unbroken repose. Selah. Rest we well may when we reach this point. Even the harp may be eloquently silent when deep, profound calm completely fills the bosom, and sorrows has robbed itself into a peaceful slumber. Verse 5 that reads, For thou, O God, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. And Spurgeon exposits, For thou, O God, hast heard my vows. Proofs of divine faithfulness are to be had in remembrance, and to be mentioned to the Lord's honor. The prayer of Psalm 61:1 is certain of an answer because of the experience of Psalm 61:5. Since we deal with an immutable God, vows may richly be joined with prayers when they are lawful and considered and truly for God's glory. It is great mercy on God's part to take any notice of the vows and promises of such faithless and deceitful creatures as we are. What we promise him is his due already, and yet he deigns to accept our vows as if we were not so much his servant as his free suitor who could give or withhold a pleasure. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. We are made heirs, joint heirs with all the saints, partakers of the same portion. With this we ought to be delighted. If we suffer, it is the heritage of the saints. If we are persecuted, are in poverty, or in temptation, all this is contained in the title deeds of the heritage of the chosen. Those we are to sup with may well be content to dine with. We have the same inheritance as the firstborn himself. What better is conceivable? Saints are described as fearing the name of God. They are reverent worshippers. They stand in awe of the Lord's authority. They are afraid of offending him. They feel their own nothingness in the sight of the Infinite One. To share with such men, to be treated by God with the same favor as he metes out to them, is matter for endless thanksgiving. All the privileges of all the saints are also the privileges of each one. Trust you enjoyed the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.